Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour, as you can see, we have dropped out of our pennant ever so slightly, but we haven't actually had any acceleration to the downside. This pennant I did actually draw off the 12 hour, and you can clearly see we've dropped out of it on the 12 hour also, although we have currently yet to close this 12 hour candle out of the pennant, and that will be in 3 hours, so we're most of the way through this candle. But yeah, I mean, you can see on the 4 hour, clearly closed 4 hour candles below, and the most important thing to notice is that we are getting supported still by this horizontal. Generally speaking, you guys know that I prefer horizontals. Horizontals are the main thing that I look at. Obviously patterns are important, but I think the main thing to read from this pattern is not necessarily the actual exact levels based on the trend lines. It's just the contraction in volatility. So we're waiting for an expansion in volatility, and then obviously the direction that expansion of volatility comes in, and then also I have spoke about before, you can get an expansion of volatility and it cannot be all in the same direction. You could get a swing up and then a swing down, or a swing down and a swing up. That is increased volatility, but it does not necessarily indicate the direction. The only thing indicating the direction of the expansion of volatility that we are expecting is just the fact that we are generally in an upward trend. So the trend is your friend, and that will just give us a a statistical advantage to actually break to the upside. So could we see a swing low and then basically a buy up? Yeah, we clearly could. That is obviously looking more likely at the moment. Well, the swing low part is looking more likely because we're at the lower side of this. We're just at the lower side of the formation. I wouldn't say the range, because we are we're just really tightening up pretty tight here. But yeah, I guess we are at the lower side. If we looked at this range, this price range here, from say 35 to 38, we're obviously at the lower side at 35. So yeah. Are we going to break below and then continue down? Are we going to break below in a swing failure pattern and then swing back up? We shall have to monitor that. Are we just literally going to just keep trading sideways? That is very possible. We could either do it with between the 38 and the about the 33.5 range, or we could even just do it between this 35 and 38 range. That is a distinct possibility. We don't have to get the next move up right now. As you can see in previous consolidations, this went on for longer. We sort of like tried to break down, brought back up, and then you can see overall we were encapsulated in this range for a longer period than we have been consolidating up here. Put it that way. So there is plenty of room for sideways, as you can see down here, this sideways consolidation. I mean, in all fairness, you could probably, you could include, where would you stop including this this consolidation? I mean, relatively, I guess we could have all of this, and then the pull up, all of this, the pull down, and all of that. But you can see all these periods of time are considerably longer than what we spent here. So we could definitely see, even into March, we could see sideways within this range, within this maybe the higher 30 to 40k range, easily into March, and it not look out of place on the long-term chart at all. So yeah. Right, so let's have a look at Ethereum USD first. As you can see, broke above our horizontal, our previous high here, hit the 4 hour 9, pulled back, and we are currently looking at trying to basically get supported at this breakout level for the paycheck trade. But yeah, we'll see what happens. This can easily be a swing failure itself, and we basically broke back below, in that which case we'd have to target, well, just lower levels. Difficult to say exactly what level. Because it's difficult to say, because realistically the moves in this just depends on where Bitcoin goes. So it depends on where Bitcoin goes and how far it goes, will then be dragging the dollar pair, and this is the important one. This Ethereum, the Ethereum Satoshi pairing, Ethereum Bitcoin pairing. So yeah, but yeah, here we go then. So this is what we had on from yesterday. So I'll actually delete this now, so it's not cluttering my chart, and I'll add a new one next time I publish this chart for you guys. But yeah, as you can see, we basically had the breakout, the forward check, the back check, and there's your paycheck. Look at that for a paycheck, guys. What a paycheck. And then, yeah, all the way up to the next 4-hour 9. This was a 4-hour 9. And yeah, we then closed here slightly below this candle here, which gave us a red one, and we're currently trading sideways to down for a potential 1 to 4 candle correction before more upside. We have got these levels, these horizontals in. These aren't as important as this level. We could get supported here, we could test it and bounce off it, we could break it, we could come lower. I mean, these are as important levels. The next real level is this one here. If I can scroll back to show you where it goes back to, it goes back to this level here. This is the next really important level. So I mean, if I had to call it, I would say we're going to make our way up to here, and then, well, very not very likely, I don't want to say very likely, but it's a distinct possibility that we then trade well, below here, consolidating. I don't know what the lower side of this range would be, but it could easily be like this range here before hopefully, potentially, having a move back up to the top of this long-term channel that you can see we've got going on. Yeah, as you can see there. Don't know what that's doing there. Can I delete that? Yep. Yeah, so that is kind of what we're looking at for this. Still got this little bit of a cold, but yeah, DXY, how are you doing, Sunshine? So yeah, DXY looking to try and put in a higher low here. Also looking to potentially be struggling. This is a 4-hour time frame, and just you would note 4-hour 9, 4-hour 9. And yeah, we've got a 4-hour 9 here to the downside, but that hasn't currently actually impacted price, and we traded below. We have bounced subsequently back above. Well, not back above, but towards it. But I mean, this looks to me like we're back in this. We will be back in this little range here. And if anything, this looks like a potential swing failure above. We didn't even reach the next horizontal level, so we could, yeah, I mean, we could see a pullback and a drop out of here, maybe a bounce, maybe what would look like a head and shoulders, and then a break below, and then we're coming back to test by basically about the 89s again. If not, it is do or die here. It's do or die here for the dollar. So if we do get spotted here and push back up, then yeah, we have basically got a high low, fantastic, higher high, higher low. I say fantastic for dollar bulls, which I am not one of. But yeah, so yeah. Just got to keep an eye on where that is going. Stock markets, you can see, looking good. Got back into this range. Nasdaq particularly looking good as well. Silver obviously had this pullback. 2-hour horizontal, and now pushing back up to this level here. Get back above here, we could then see moves to the upside. And let's have a quick look at gold as well. Gold looking very similar here. I just need to sneeze. What's that? How it doesn't want to come in. Yeah, it does. Yeah, if I all of a sudden sneeze, there we go. Right, that's that done. Yeah, go looking like it wants to pick itself up here. Obviously getting smashed with, the price manipulation. In gold. But you can see getting supported by this trend line once, twice. So we wouldn't really want to come and test it again. Otherwise we could find ourselves back in this channel. But my bias would be to the upside. So yes, that is actually BTC.D. You can see it is making a beeline for our trend line here. I mean, you guys will know I'm not a massive fan of these trend lines. I'm more into horizontals. I'm more of a horizontal kind of guy. Yeah, whilst it is important, I do think it's important. If we do look at it on a larger time frame, you can see it is a pretty efficacious trend line. So this is why I would expect some sort of a reaction off it. I mean, you could maybe say we've had it here bouncing off it, and next time we come down we may take it out, but it would look pretty normal for me for us to consolidate on this trend line. And then, I mean, it's just decision time, really. Realistically, you'd have to err on the side of bearishness just because we've come all the way down thus far. But we could sort of put in a reversal here. But like I said, you would err on the side of bearishness. But yeah, I mean, this is clearly looking good for altcoins. Clearly, Ethereum is having a party. is clearly impacting this. Yeah, this is what we wanted to see. This is what we wanted to see. But yeah, realistically, the next macro bigger event we're looking for is to break back into here. Well, one break back into here, back below this trend line, because then I think we could see some crazy acceleration to the downside and some crazy alt moves. Then see how we react with this level. This level, if we take out this level, this obviously chart is similar to the Ethereum one, obviously inversed. But yeah, if we basically take out this, then realistically we target the low here, which I'll show you how this is similar to the Ethereum inverse, which is basically the inverse of this. Is that if it wants to load, is that come on, I don't know why it's doing this. Did we adjust this? We'll just check this whilst we're here. Yes, we did. Yeah, it is akin to this level here. Roughly speaking, take out this level, and then yeah, then we will look for acceleration, not acceleration, but at least a move to the top of the of this channel to the upside, which is basically sort of similar. Obviously, this is just a channel, and the Bitcoin dominance one is an expanding, broadening wedge. But either way, it would be bearish, and this breaking this level, I mean, it just, who knows? I mean, we could get down to 50%, but getting caught anywhere in here, I mean, we'd obviously get supported in this price confluence area here, maybe put in a double bottom and then move up. But if we do any of this, then just altcoins are going to go insane, which is, altcoins often do go insane at the sort of end of Bitcoin rallies, or the end of like sort of bull runs. So it's not Bitcoin, altcoins, they do have form basically for such crazy movements. So finally, let's look at the stochastics. How are they looking? Yeah, 4 hour coming back down. So 4 hour did make a move, didn't quite get into this level here, but yeah, moving down. So obviously this is gonna pull price action down in the short term. 10 hour, I guess these are flipped back over now. Yeah, it's sort of starting to flip back over. So this could get another drive down, or we could get picked up depending on what happens in the immediate price action. 12 hour coming down, which is going to drag on the price, I would say. So 4 hour and 12 hour and 10 hour potentially turning over. Daily still diving, look to try and turn back up, but still diving down. And then 2 day, 3 day, 5 days. So these are all looking, there's a lot of bearish confluence here, but I will caveat that in the fact that stochastics in a bullish market, when they point downwards, can often just indicate sideways, whilst we have basically what is a bullish reset of those, for them to come down, cool off, turn back up, and then we get the next leg up. Obviously these are higher time frame ones, so they do indicate we could trade sideways to even down for a while. But we have spoke about that. We have spoke about trading sideways, even into March. So definitely on the table there. Obviously, certain large market participants are eyeing that as a possibility as well, because they are getting into altcoins, and that's why Bitcoin dominance is coming down. So is it just going to be, well, I say self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, the market goes where the majority of people decide, the majority of obviously the size and volume decides it wants to go. So if it is just going to be sideways in Bitcoin, and it is going to be down in Bitcoin dominance, and it is going to be up in altcoins, then we are certainly seeing signs of that. So there we go. So yeah, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys. Later on today, because I'm going to do a video of just some of the altcoins that I'm looking at, that I'm involved in, sort of the ones that I've got at the moment, the ones I'm looking to buy, and things like that. I'm going to do a video on that. So it won't just be like the small cap DGen ones like we did before. It'd be the ones that I'm actually holding at the moment, the ones that I've been holding, that I've sold, that I'm looking for re-entries, and all that cool stuff. So thanks for listening, guys, and I'll speak to you later on today.